supposed to get some rain this evening, but it's pushed out. This is the shirt I had. I actually had this in my closet. Toro had sent it over to us probably last year sometime. And it's not pink. Toro, if you're watching, pink would be great. But anyways, we're actually gonna mow a couple properties. We're mowing the 2 commercials that are side by side today. There is still some brown, but the green's popping through, which is nice. And also, you guys asked, I had a lot of people ask if I like these earbuds. I do like them. They are really good with noise canceling. So the noise canceling feature is actually kind of automatic. So once that loud, like the machine kicks on, like right now I can hear my surroundings, but once that machine kicks on, it like kind of tones it out. There is a feature you can like double tap on, I believe, the left ear, and it will turn it on and off as well. Yeah, so, but yeah, overall I like it. I would recommend them. Sean likes the canister ones. We do have a link down in the description that if you want to try it out, use code Spencer, it'll save you some money. So this area here is one of their outfalls. They have to come here, test the waterways to make sure that none of the chemicals that they use here is getting into the waterways. And we have to take care of this. Some of the stalks are pretty thick, but there are there's a mound of something here. I'll have to keep chipping away at this. I'm not sure if this is all mowable, but yeah, I'm gonna tackle this, and then I'm gonna work on the outside of the fenceway here. All right, so I got this whole fence line done here, and then we come to this corner, and then it's just a straight drop off. So I have to be super careful, and you run into this big tree here, and just have to continue going on down this way. There is poison ivy in here, but a lot of people pointed out the Virginia creeper, which I didn't know about, and I really appreciate that. Thank you. I did read up, it said if you have like an irritation of from poison ivy and stuff like that, that the sap from it can irritate you, but I will get back in there and trim it all up and everything. right, so this brings me all the way back to the outfalls here where Sean and I had started. This is a good stopping point for me here. We do have to continue on around. That will be another day. But I'm gonna make my way back around and start mowing. They just want a cleared path here to be able to walk. He's covering some ground. I think I just seen either a ground mole or a snake. Looks like he's coming back this way. Yeah, he did a good job.
Thank you all for the thoughts and prayers. I also want to say a great big thank you to TQ and Lathan for absolutely knocking this job out of the park. We got a little bit that we're going to finish up next week, but they absolutely crushed it this week. That is not an easy job whatsoever to tackle. All day long trimming. And I mean, you're in thick stuff. You're in there with the bugs, the snakes, as you guys have seen. So great big thank you to them for picking up while I'm down. Okay, thank you, thank you, thank you. I can't say that enough. So you guys know I always want to give you a little bit of knowledge and a little bit of how-to. And the next question we always get asked is, Sean, TQ, how do I even bid something like that? I don't even know where to start. Do I just give them a flat price, you know, or do I come in at an hourly rate? How do I do it? And I'll simply tell you guys how I do a job like that and how I did it originally so that I didn't lose my behind. So back in the day, I was kind of like, man, this is a massive job. You know, I know we can go this far, but we're going to get tired. We could do this far, and then we're going to get tired. So what I did is I just told them, hey, I don't know how long it's going to take, but it's going to be X amount of dollars. I can't give you exactly, but I'll say it was no less than $125 for 2 people per hour. And I'll say it was also no more than $250 for 2 people per hour, okay? And then what you do is you're going to times that hourly rate times however many hours it takes you. The first one I would just completely leave open if you don't have an idea of how many hours it's going to take, and just explain that to the customer. Say, hey, this could take us 30 hours. This could take us 50 hours. I don't know, but that's a big difference there if I only charge you for 30 versus 50, if you know what I'm saying. So leave it completely open if they're open to that. You know, obviously communication with your customer is going to be key and on any kind of job like this. But simply, you don't want to lose your behind. You don't want to leave money on the table. You want to make sure you're making money. This is extremely important when you have employees, okay? For the simple fact, you know, most guys, you know, some people will charge $40 for an employee per hour. That would be kind of like mid-range. You know, you could get 55, you could get 60, 70, whatever. Everywhere is different. I want to state that as well. My state's different than your state. Your state's going to be different than mine. So things that you see on the internet, don't always assume, sorry, the door's blowing shut on me. Don't always assume everything pertains to your exact area. For example, you know, fuel and stuff costs a lot more in California than it does here. Even though it's expensive everywhere, it costs more. You know, it's just the way the cookie crumbles, I guess you could say. But back to the estimate, leave it open the first time if they're open to it, and say, hey, it could take this many hours, and then what you do is you take that rate. We'll use, say, $150, for example, an hour for 2 people, okay? And then you come in there and it takes you 60 man hours, okay? So 30 hours total times 2 employees is 60 man hours. So then you take that 60 man hours and you take that 150, for example, and then you do that number, okay? I don't know what that comes out to, but I'm sure just off the top of my head, probably going to be around $10,000 to $11,000, $12,000, somewhere around there. You guys can do the exact number. That is not the exact number for this job, but I can no longer give exact numbers because, like I shared with you guys last week, we've had one gentleman in our area take 4 of our customers in the last month. But hey, I'm going to actually have something kind of funny with you. I've been talking with a customer off and on here a little bit today that we lost to this gentleman, and I'll share that in tomorrow's video with you just because simply I don't have time to really go into it, and I want to be able to share, you know, if we end up getting it back. But yeah, that's a whole different story. So that's how you do it. That's how I would recommend you to do it. Leave it open the first time until you figure it out, and then document all of this stuff, guys. So if you have a long-term customer like we have at this location, we've been there 9 years now, I know next year exactly what it's going to take 2 people to go in there and to do that job, okay? I know exactly what we're going to need to do that job. We're going to need some trimmers. We're going to need some brush cutters. We're going to need some mowers. We're going to need a couple people. We're going to need a ton of water. You know, it's just what it is. We always try to plan it as well when it's super dry, because the last thing you want to be doing is trimming wet stuff all day long. It's just nasty. It makes you all grimy and greasy. Not that you're not already going to be that, but trust me, trimming the dry stuff is way better. And I know some of you are also going to ask, you know, why don't we mow a lot of that? You know, to be honest with you, we used to be able to mow a ton of that. And simply, guys, they've done work around there, and concrete has been pushed into places now where we can't get the mowers on as much. And they've also done some landscaping and added parking lots in themselves. So it's kind of really changed that job up. So therefore, the price on that job is also changed up. But it's a great job for us. We appreciate our customers so much. It comes in handy every year, you know, when we hit a drought period like we've been in here and continue being in Ohio. Things are looking a little bit greener, but we still got a ways to go here. I'm hoping, crossing my fingers for a little bit more. But yeah, can't complain whatsoever. I hope that you can learn from that. Just cover your behind the first time, document everything, and it's like anything, you know, you keep track of how much fuel, how many hours on the mowers, you know, how much product you use. If you do a mulch job, you know, Miss Smith at 5770 Smith Avenue, you know, her mulch beds took 7 yards, you know, maybe last year you bought 10 and you had 3 extra, so you can really hone this stuff in. Knowledge is so powerful, guys, and the information is so powerful in just documenting all that. Type it up real quick at the end of the day. Put a note on your list. Our Element software is phenomenal for that. If you guys don't know Element, it's a sponsor of ours. I have to tell you that it is sponsored, but it's absolutely phenomenal, and I can't stress to you guys enough. You know, we have Site One on there, so even this year, prices have been adjusting like crazy. We can adjust those right there on there, and I know exactly what product's going to cost us. I know exactly what fabric's going to cost us. I know exactly what anything that they sell is going to cost us, and we can roll that right into our estimates through LMN. We can also bid out a job. You guys know we use it a ton in snow removal as well. It's absolutely amazing, but whatever you do choose to use, just make sure you're taking notes and documenting so that you have that information so that next year, maybe you have a crew, then it's an easier job for them. Maybe when they pull up to Spencer Lawn Care's house, they don't know what height to cut the grass at. So you just, little note there, side note, Mr. Spencer likes his grass cut at 3.5. Boom, they know. They don't even got to think about it. They'll learn it over time. It's repetitive. Next thing you know, they'll be pulling up to Mr. Spencer's house, and they won't even have to ask. It's just 3.5. That's what we're going to cut it at. He takes 7 yards of mulch. That's what we're going to do. You know, we're going to need some landscape fabric, you know, for his rock beds, you know, whatever. It doesn't matter, guys. It's just all about that knowledge. I want to share that with you, and learning and continually growing your business and getting better. I did not know any of this when I first started out, other than what I learned from working for other landscaping companies, and then I learned by making mistakes as well. I'm trying to help you guys here on our platform not make some of those mistakes, and also give you some encouragement, show you some of our everyday lifestyle, I guess you could say. And yeah, you guys are a true blessing to Spencer Lawn Care. We hope to be a blessing to you as well. We hope we are a blessing to you as well. If you're interested in checking that Element software out, I will put a link down in the description as well. And if you would like to pick up any gift ideas for your Spencer Lawn Care fan in the family, whether they're little or big, we have them all in between. I love the messages we get from the wives, like, bro, can you quit putting videos out? Like, I haven't seen my husband do anything all weekend long, and like, he's just been sitting here watching video after video after video. I'm sorry. I apologize, okay? I apologize. It is what it is. Anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. As always, keep mowing, keep growing, keep making money, boys. We'll talk to you later. TQ out. Peace. Bye.